So we got to see, obviously, tampering period started. Some big moves already have been made. So I wanted to get your take. Let's start with the positives. Daniel, who do you think had the biggest win so far in free agents? What are some of these moves that you've liked so far that you've seen?
Well, I just had a brief moment to scroll through it today and look at the tracker. But I really like what the Jacksonville Jaguars have done. Bringing in that guard, from Washington, Brandon Scherff. I like that move. And also, I love Christian Kirk, the slot receiver from the Arizona Cardinals. I think that's a really good move.
How do you feel about that contract, though?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
See, like the move, Christian is a good receiver for sure. But at $21 million a year, I was like, man, what is Debo about to make in a couple years?
Yeah, and I love Debo, by the way, 49ers Nation. I love him, so I want to make sure I get some. I want to let everybody know who I love on the team. Because we're going to get to somebody else here very soon, like you said. But it's the market. These agents are able to work these deals. And I mean, I was frankly shocked to see Michael Gallup get the deal that he got. Coming off the torn ACL. I tweeted about that today. His average per catch has been going down steadily for the last 3 years, and he's only caught 55% of the passes, the target in his NFL career so far. And so I was really surprised by that. So seeing the deal that Kirk got doesn't shock me, especially when he's going to a team like Jacksonville. It's you got to sweeten the pot a little bit to get a guy in there like a Christian Kirk, because he is a real talent that can really stretch the field from that slot position.
Was there anything? I know the Jets, signed Laken Tomlinson. How'd you feel about that move?
I would have gone a different direction, probably. I think you have to, like we're talking about, in my opinion, I mean, this is me, but you have to get weapons for Zach Wilson, and you have to build that defense. I mean, they had one of the worst pass rushes in the NFL last year. You have to be able to get to the quarterback more. And that's something that, that really Robert Saleh, his defense when he was with, the 49ers, is getting Bosa really changed things for him when he skyrocketed up to the 8th ranked defense, when he had that great pass rush that 1 year. That really changed things for him. So I think his entire system is based on getting to the quarterback and being able to get to the quarterback. And yeah, it's just, getting a guard. I mean, I don't know about that one. I think, I really wanted to see the Jets trade for DK Metcalf. I put an article today about that. I want to see them get somebody that can really change things and a real number one wide receiver. They also have a big needs at tight end as well.
Right. Well, it's only day one, so there's still a lot of talent still on the board and a lot of moves still to be made. But let's go some of the negative. What were some of the moves that you looked at and you were like, man, this isn't going to work out well?
Well, yeah, it's I think, Detroit, a team that's near and dear to my heart, writing for the Detroit Lions. I looked at that and it looked like a shopping list. Someone went to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. It's I thought the Lions could have done a lot more to help themselves and bring all the guys back that helped them go 3-13-1 last year, and that's what they did. And Tim Boyle, I mean, as a quarterback, I mean, that's awful. I wasn't too thrilled by what the Lions did. And Tracy Walker, I've gone on record several times with not being happy with his level of play at all at safety. I think safety's been the Achilles heel of the entire defense over the last 2 years since I've ran for them. And so I wasn't too thrilled by what the Lions did. It's pretty early in the process for everybody else. So nothing else really stood out as something, some of the trades. I mean, that was, the Carson Wentz deal in Washington was a kind of a eyebrow raiser for me.
Right? In what way do you think that you are you thinking that he could fit in well there, or you think that he's gonna not play as well like he did his last
I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I really thought that they would pursue, Deshaun Watson. I thought they'd be one of the major players in that whole mix, but they didn't. And I think the Mitch Trubisky, the Pittsburgh is a very strange fit as well. I don't see that at all. And so I'm not too sure what they were thinking there either.
Well, interesting. How did you feel about the Denver move to get Russell Wilson?
I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest. I thought the first thing I thought of, Sunil, when I saw that was, I'm dating myself, but the first thought I had that went through my mind was Herschel Walker trade 2.0.
Wow.
I felt like they gave up a lot, and I really haven't seen, when I watched a couple Seahawks games today. And actually yesterday, see, the days all blend together when you're watching film. And I was watching DK Metcalf, and I watched Russell Wilson. And even in those 2 games I watched him in, Sunil, it seemed like he was just holding the ball too long, and he was taking some sacks unnecessarily. I mean, he's been sacked a lot. I mean, right. I think in his career, this is off memory. I think he's been sacked like 427 times over his career, like 42 times on the average over 10 years. He's been sacked. So I just, I don't know. I was very surprised by it. I really thought that George Patton, coming over from the Minnesota Vikings, was going to try to do whatever he could to get Kirk Cousins into Denver, but that obviously didn't materialize. I don't know. I don't know. They gave up a lot for him.
Right.
I don't know. That's like that Christian Kirk contract.
Right.
Within itself, maybe, but the deal that they gave up a lot. I mean, that they got to hit a grand slam on that deal for it to make sense.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously he's going to be an upgrade over Drew Lock, but that division is tough. What the Chargers are doing is ridiculous. It looks like they got
another winner of free agency.
Mac,
I thought
that was for me definitely to get Mac and J.C. Jackson.
J.C. Jackson is awesome. Yeah, that's. What a steal that is. That's and that's kind of funny too, because I mentioned JoJo Wooden, he's out there with the Chargers, right, as the director of player personnel. Of course, he was with me and also with Bill Belichick. We were all together at the Jets. So for them to get JC out there was a huge win for the Chargers. But I mean, that, and of course, Khalil Mack too. I mean, they've really helped themselves. That whole division is extremely tough. And so it's going to be tough to climb into, into the playoffs for Denver.
Right.